Hello everyone, this is a game I played this morning against a 2346 rated player on Lichess. Yeah, you heard it right, 2346. And let's see where he went wrong. Alright, so he opens with d4, knight f6, c4, e6. I was thinking after this I'll show it quickly again with the computer arrows to show how the game pans out. All right, so I'm developing, and then I'm just going to tell you my thinking. All right, I'm going to think out loud here. I want to get my bishop b4 in. I want the all right, the Nimzo Indian. Okay, so to pin the knight, right? I like to compromise my opponent. So what I wanted to say is some games, each game of chess has a different character. Some games you can come out swinging, right? Yeah, that's the nature of the setup, right? The way the pieces are developing. So so that's what I'm doing. I'm just coming out hitting immediate direct attacks. This is like Bruce Lee, right? Direct attacks. And so I'm hitting this undefended pawn, and he defends it with the queen. All right. Now I just thought, you know what? I'm telling you, I'm not thinking. I don't like to think. I don't like to think deeply in chess if I can avoid it. So I'm thinking 1-2, right? You'd be surprised how much of chess happens in 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. I can hit the queen. 1-2. I can hit the queen. I mean, not hit the queen here. 1-2. I can gang up on this pawn, right? I'm already pressuring it. And 1-2. I can hit the queen. Power move number 2. So we have a gang attack here. So that's all I'm thinking about. So I develop my knight, and he stops the attack on the queen. But I tell you, I'm coming out swinging. I'm hitting this pawn. I'm just trying to get the initiative on him, just trying to keep him pinned down. And it looks like, there's something here. But look at the evaluation. It's clearly, it favors white. All right, so too defensive. I don't know. Let's see. Now I'm going again. It's a triple attack now on the pawn. Right? 2 attackers, 2 defenders, 3 attackers rather. And now look at the evaluation. You see, he felt like he had to get busy to do something. He's defending the pawn. Basically, well, that's what he's doing, is defending the pawn, but at the expense of development, right? He's being defensive. Yeah, so I take that opportunity to get rid of the defender so I can still win the pawn. He develops, x-raying my rook here. Yeah. This pawn moves. So now I'm gaining, I'm trying to remove the defender of the knight. If he takes, it's a little trick, I can take back. If not, I get to open the C file. Yeah, sliding my rook in. All right, so he defends that, and I think I take immediately. Yeah, I take, he takes back, and now I get the open file. X-raying his queen. It's looking pretty good, right? Minus something. He probably, it's funny. I bet you he thought that I, studied this opening, but I swear to God, this is the first time I played it like this, just because I just, was hitting pieces, attacking. You can't do this in every opening, right? But if you see targets, you can do it and come out swinging. And I rarely do. I'm actually much more of a positional player. But you got to back up your positional stuff with tactics at some point. All right, so he's got the defenders. I think I just immediately remove the defender, and now I realized I can't really go for this yet because the queen can always check me here on a4. If I take, he can take and he can check me. So I'm not sure. We'll look at the evaluation, but that was my quick analysis. So I decided, oh, here was the other thing. This is the other point. I realize he can't stop this. If I can get away with castling and have more safety, I will do so. And I realize he actually can't stop me from winning this pawn because the queen is in line with the rook, right? So I castle, and then now he castles, and now I'm just going to win a pawn, yeah, because of the x-ray. And now this is interesting. All right, so I thought I had time because of the attack on the, and I do believe I do have time, yeah. Because of this pin, I'm telling you, this X-ray on the queen gives you a lot to work with. So I slide over and hit the bishop, and he runs. He doesn't want to give up the bishop pair. And now I consolidate, right? I'm up a pawn. Okay. Computer shows it's still fairly equal. But hey, up a pawn against a human in a 10-minute game, you can see the time here. And he stops the knight from sliding in, which would hit the queen. You know, sometimes people are stubborn, right? And the better you get to realize you don't want to move your pieces, but if they aren't doing anything useful, well, then you should move them, especially if they're being X-rayed. So I want the bishop pair. Excuse me. And now he's X-raying my queen. And let me see if I can remember if I thought of having what I could have. I thought I could get away with it. Yeah, because I'm hitting the rook, right? So if he can't go for a discovered attack on my queen, because I'll just take the rook. So he takes back. Now I get out of the X-ray. Now I'm looking, like I said, in terms of 1-2 moves, always look, just calculate that far, especially with knights. You know, knights I usually do 3 moves. 1, 2, hits the bishop, undefended bishop, right? Power move number 3. So he doesn't go for that right away, and I think that was a mistake. What is the evaluation? Right, -1, and now it goes up to almost -2. All right, so now I want to worm my way in, right? Snake my way in from the last video. And I think I can get away with it. Boom, boom. Yeah, he could take, but I take and I get the rook. All right, the rook for the knight. Always look at the tactics, right? Calculate the tactics just in 1-2, right? 1, 2. Well, this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. In the book, I recommend that you look 6-ply deep, 3 full moves. But I swear you can. I used to just play with 2-ply, even 1.5-ply. My move, your move, my move. If you can see that it's a winning sequence. 6-ply is good enough to play against masters under most circumstances. All right, now I've got these light squares, right? I'm getting a lot here now. He really, I think, should have come in with his knight, and so it's going to get hairy for him. He sees I have a check, right? And now I'm gonna wait a minute. Why did I do that? I think I could have created a mate threat right away. Yeah. I thought, because he can block, because my queen will be leading. He can block with the knight, with the pawn. So I thought I'd develop my last man, and that was the other reason. Yeah, because this doesn't work. I thought I could come in, and if he takes, I take with the rook, hitting the queen. All right, now he's giving me way too much. This is way too much air now. Yeah, valuation jumps up. Watch out for the holes you create, man, especially if you got these diagonals open. Open lines, open diagonals. Now I go for a mate threat. And he blocks it. And what do I do? I can't remember. Okay, I slide in, hitting the rook. And he probably should have taken. No? Yeah, he probably just should have taken, I think. Whoa! The evaluation pops up. And I have a check. All right, this is a winning sequence now. Check. Because I'm coordinating, right? You get to coordinate with it. And I get to snake my way in or worm my way in and squeeze, right? So I go in with a check. Undefended bishop, power number 3. So he runs and I get the bishop. And it's game over. Because, I did calculate a little further. 1, 2. And if he hits a discovered attack on my queen, his rook's undefended too. So it's lost. So there it is. There was a lot of fighting principles in this video. If you got something out of it, give it a thumbs up. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you later. I just remembered about the second part with the arrows. I'll put a link in the description below so you don't have to waste your time here if you want to see that. So I'll just have a video of that in the description. All right. Talk to you later.